Welcome to the Dysfunctional Podcast. I'm your host, JJ. With us, we have Andre.
Hi.
Jordan.
Hello.
Nathan.
Hello.
Lucky.
Reason.
JoJo.
Hello.
Erik.
Hi.
Evan.
Hello.
And our special guest for this episode, Ryan.
Hi.
Welcome to
You may have
episode
noted.
2. So we have definitely improved the cast for this episode. We have gotten more of our LOUN members, and today we have another special guest. We technically have 2. Andre's not really a LOUN member, at least at this moment in time. But we have special guest Ryan with us here today. Ryan, tell us how you became to know us, essentially.
I was just playing like Overwatch, and then suddenly you appeared in the group, and then you did a McCree impression, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, that's
This guy's
true.
cool.
Well, we played
Yeah.
Overwatch. We've been playing Overwatch for about a year now, right?
Yeah, at least.
And yeah, when I would always go into like lobbies and stuff like that. I would always go into quick play games and join the voice chat and just do a McCree impression, and it was the coolest thing ever. People ate that shit up. It was so good. But
Now, it doesn't sound very sanitary.
no, it's not. Eating shit is not sanitary. I do not recommend it.
Don't eat
I do
shit.
not advise.
How would you know?
How would I know?
Experience.
That's none of your business. Now,
Well, do you think he has a second account called
Eat Aspie? Yeah, that's why I have it. So, I have a topic that I want to bring up for us starting the podcast. And it's a question that I myself am I can get very angry over, depending on the answer. I'm going to ask you all, is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh no.
No.
God damn it.
No.
No, it is not.
Okay.
It is not.
Who here thinks a hot dog is a sandwich?
Technically, by like the definition of a sandwich, a hot dog is a sandwich,
Mm.
but colloquially, like, no, it's not.
I like your
It's
answer.
A
Your
hot
answer is
dog
good.
is in
This
no
is why
way
you're a special
a
guest today.
fucking sandwich.
I love it because your icon is like also Michael Stevens, and the way we introduced that was like a
Michael
Like a
Vsauce.
Vsauce
Hey,
video?
Vsauce.
Hey,
Mike
Vsauce.
here.
Michael
a
here.
sandwich.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
So, yeah, I had this question brought up to me a while ago, and I fucking hate people that think a hot dog is a sandwich, because if you let me make this clear. A hot dog is one thing of bread, right? It's one bun. A sandwich has 2 slices of bread, or if it's a burger, obviously it's a burger sandwich.
Well, what about
2 buns.
what about a sub? Because they cut
Yeah, exactly.
those.
What about a
Subs are different because they're sandwiches. They're cut.
you
They
should.
cut the bread though.
No, but they don't cut them all the way through most of the time.
A
exactly?
definition of a sandwich is 2 or more slices of bread with a filling such as meat or cheese placed between them.
Then a sub is
Here's
not
the
a
thing.
sandwich.
Or, definition 2, a partly split long or round roll containing a filling.
Fuck that. No. No, 'cause that's a hot dog. That's a hot dog.
Here's the
And a
thing.
hot dog is not a sandwich.
You want to know something? The National Hot Dog and Sausage Council has declared a hot dog not a sandwich.
Good. They know it themselves.
They know.
Like, a hot dog is like a
They know the
separate, like,
truth.
Can we also?
technically, sure. But, like, it's separate. Like a burger. A burger is technically a sandwich, but no one calls it a sandwich. It's a burger.
So we all agree that a hot dog is not a sandwich, right? And if you have a different,
Sure thing.
if you have a different opinion, please let me know down in the comments so I can prove you wrong. Now, what I want to say is, what is your least favorite topping on a hot dog?
People put, like,
Relish.
actually mustard.
Relish
Mustard's
is-
gross.
I love mustard. Relish is
You're
fucking
wrong.
nasty. No, mustard is incredible, dude.
You
You
ever
have to
put
get, like-
mayonnaise on a hot dog?
What?
You ever put mayonnaise on a hot dog?
Mayonnaise on a hot
That sounds
dog.
like something they do
I've
in
seen
France.
people do it. It sounds disgusting as someone who doesn't tend to like mayonnaise.
See, I put mayonnaise on like the bottom side, and then I put like I basically put it on like you would on a sandwich, and then I put ketchup on top of it.
So wait, you lay it like on the
And,
bun?
The thing is, I don't normally eat hot dogs. Like I have bratwurst, so it's
Dude.
Oh, Mr. Oh, I don't eat hot dogs. I put bratwurst. I put mayo on my
Oh fuck, he's
bratwurst.
calling you out there.
well, you know what?
Get out of here.
You know what, Ryan? You can go ahead and take this bratwurst if you know what I'm saying.
Gladly.
Ooh, unexpected.
Both of you are taken. At this current moment. in
Yeah.
time.
This is true.
Just don't tell him.
It's a conspiracy.
But yeah, like,
This is gonna be on the internet. You realize that, right?
Yeah, so
That's the point. It's going to be on the internet forever.
It's only joke. Why you have to be mad?
It's only a joke. Why you have to
Yes,
be mad?
definitely a joke. Call me.
Little call me. This is perfect. So, Andre, what is your least favorite topping on a hot dog? If you eat hot dogs,
Is your topping on a hot dog?
I was gonna make a joke.
Stop. Go. Mustard, probably.
Mustard.
Yeah,
Oh
you
god,
say
you're
you
not a
get
human.
mustard.
Jordan,
People
what's
that eat-
yours?
People that eat mustard think the earth is flat.
Relish, good. That's a smart answer. Relish is nasty.
Hmm.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like the thing is, like the pickle part of the relish is fine. It's like everything else, you know.
I've never had relish, and I don't plan on it.
You know what?
Me too.
You don't
I went
relish in the
to
idea of it?
I went to a burger place. I went to I won't say the name, but I went to a steak. Wait, we can say names, right? We can say names.
Can we?
Yeah.
It's not illegal. It's just whether or not you want to advertise for them.
Oh yeah, I'll advertise for 'em. I went to Freddy's Steak Burger. No,
Oh,
let
they're
me make
fucking
this
good.
clear. Freddy's Steak Burger is fucking amazing. Like those burgers. They're probably some of
Is
the
that
best
like
burgers
is that like a local thing to Arizona, or is that like a
might
chain?
be.
It's a
Uh,
chain
yeah, for those
thing,
of the-
but I don't know if it's interstate. I believe it is interstate.
Well, here I'll give you a little. I'll give you a little fun fact about like chain restaurants. Right. Oftentimes when they're like planning to go international, what they'll do is sure they'll have a bunch of chains in their state, and if they want to go like cross state, what they'll do is they'll build their next establishment outside of the state in Arizona because of the lax taxation laws and stuff.
So yeah, for most of
It's
us in
start a
LOUN,
business.
we live in Arizona. So if you know what Freddy's Steak Burger is, it's a fantastic burger place that those burgers are like they're actually like they're about your normal like top quality burger. Like you're not gonna go to McDonald's. Like you can go to McDonald's and get like a Big Mac for like $2.50 or like maybe $3. Because right now I think they're selling them for like 2 for $5. But you
So-
go to
I clicked out of the call on
whoops.
accident.
Buffoon.
So
I just pasted a
Assume
picture
A
of
Big Mac.
the map of
$4.
states with Freddy's in.
okay,
wow.
so most states,
Oh.
That
except
is
if they're in the
actually-
Northeast, know what Freddy's Steak Burger is. So like every southern state knows what Freddy's is, or at least has one in their state.
Screw you, New York.
Hey, that's where I'm from.
There's no Frost Electronics in New York either.
Oh really?
Yep, I
That's a good
noticed
story.
that the other day.
So
You mentioned it, not us.
Freddy's Steak Burger, like they have like frozen custard and everything too, but it's mostly like the steak burgers. That is alright. So I'm not gonna talk about the burger. What I will talk about though is, well, because I went there recently and I gotta say, I used to enjoy pickles on burgers. I fucking hate it now.
Why?
Because
Wow.
pickles on burgers, they don't like I can enjoy pickle on its own. Like that's how good pickles are. Like they're so good just by themselves. My issue is that when you get a fucking pickle on a burger, they're either shaped weird or they're like they just taste weird, and they do not mix well with the burger because everything else in the burger is soft. Even the bread, it's like everything
no,
just goes
I
right
think what
through.
the issue
Part of the pickle
I
that's
have-
good though. The crunch.
The problem I have with
change of
pickles
consistency.
on burgers, right? I have one issue with pickles on burgers, right? And that's because they're filled with juices, so they end up leaking onto the burger, making the bun
That's another thing.
saggy.
They legit like pickles just cause a mess of a burger, and I'm like, dude, I don't want that when I eat a burger, so I just take it off. Now I already
And then
don't
you'll
like
eat the pickles on their own.
yeah, and then you can eat the pickles on your own. I don't like onions and tomatoes because I despise tomatoes. I can eat an onion though, like I can eat
Onions are my favorite vegetables. Tomatoes are the worst thing God's ever created.
Tomatoes are abysmal. Like, are you a fruit? Are you a vegetable? I don't know. I don't give a fuck.
You're an
awful.
abomination.
You're literally
You're
an
an
abomination of a
abomination.
food. I hate tomatoes. They're awful. Thank
By
the
definition,
Go commit die.
you dare
by
bring life into my
definition,
lair.
You must die.
And this is why we're called the Dysfunctional
Jay, by
Hey.
definition, a fruit is anything with seeds in it. That would be a tomato.
Yeah, so yeah.
Wait, so does that
fucking-
mean pineapples aren't a fruit?
Pineapples have seeds inside, don't they?
Do they?
Are many
Yeah.
fruits?
What I was gonna say is,
Many
weird.
fruits.
what if I told you?
I'm gonna look up what a pineapple seed looks like.
What if I told you, Jay?
Yeah.
I don't like pickles eating them by themselves.
That's
I like
understandable.
Pickles on burgers.
No, that's understandable. Like, I don't have anything against having a pickle on a burger because I understand it. My issue is that every time I go to, like, a burger place, the pickles... I think my issue is they mix the pickles with, like... What the fuck is that, Eric?
Pineapple seed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pineapple's fruit.
Oh, so they're like right outside the skin.
Well, they'd be inside of the pineapple with those
Oh,
things inside.
that's weird. We'll pull a photo of it
Knowledge.
on the...
They're not like in the center of the fruit. They're like on the outside of it.
Well, I
But-
think it's kind of like I can't think of anything else right now, but it's just throughout. Kind of like a watermelon, right?
Yeah, it's like a watermelon. It's just lodged
No,
into,
no,
like...
no, because pineapple seeds aren't throughout. They're like literally just on like the outer area of it.
Oh,
Like
really?
watermelon seeds, they go throughout the entire fruit.
Yeah.
I mean, can we talk about watermelons for a second? That is the best fruit in the damn world.
Oh no! You haven't tried a canary melon, my friend.
I've not.
Canary.
Okay.
What is that?
So imagine like a cantaloupe, but like super sweet.
Oh god, I can barely handle a freaking
Okay.
cantaloupe.
See,
I'm gonna
Oh,
make
yeah,
something
that's
clear.
what
I cannot eat fruit.
Why not?
can you- why
I
can you not eat fruit?
believe I have an allergic reaction to fruit. Because what happens
Oh.
is
All of it.
every time I eat fruit, and it happens with the most like citrus of fruits, my throat gets really irritated to where I need to scratch it but it's on the inside, and I want to scratch at my throat, and it like bothers my entire neck so that I have to stop eating it.
Really?
It happened when I was really little. Like I used to eat cantaloupe a lot. Like my parents bought it like, all the fucking time. But when I was eating it, it was fine when I was first eating it, and I was like munching it down. But then like my throat got like really irritated and like sore, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And
Did
then
it
I-
happen multiple times?
And then it happened multiple times, and it still happens to this day. And
And now you are dead.
now I just can't eat
You
fruit.
have dead.
It happens
That's a
when I eat
very, very
apples too.
sad
It happens like even when I eat like it especially happens when I eat like I can't eat an orange. Like it's so irritating. But
Dude,
the thing is
If I was in your body, like I would die. I have so many
would also-
oranges.
Yeah, just-
well the thing is you, Nate, you're allergic to fucking chocolate.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Well, like it's not like where I can't eat it. Like I eat chocolate all the
Explain your
time.
chocolate. explain your chocolate
Chocolate
allergy.
Okay, so whenever I eat chocolate, I go into a sneezing fit for like a couple seconds, and then I'm good. And then I go back to eating it, and then I'll start sneezing again.
we were
Yeah.
on a call and you took a bite. I think you had like Hershey's chocolate or whatever. You were just eating it, and you were sneezing for like a few minutes straight. And I was like, "Are you okay?" And you're like, "Yeah, it just happens when I eat chocolate." And I was like, "What?" And you're like, "Yeah, I'm allergic to chocolate." And I was like, "I never knew this." Oh, Ryan got moved.
Special guest, no.
Our special guest is back.
Special guest.
I'm a fool.
No, it's all right. I recommend just like
No, you
don't
buffoon.
click on Discord
You
because it
bassoon.
freaks out.
I,
So-
I am a bassoon.
So last
I don't know.
last podcast we talked about how we all met each other. And that's why I brought up Ryan at the beginning, because we have how we met Ryan when we started playing Overwatch. But there were two people that weren't really able to be explained. They couldn't really talk for themselves on the podcast, and they were Jordan and JoJo. Now, I talked about Jordan on the podcast, and it was really funny. Basically, if you haven't watched the first episode, which I recommend you do, you get a better understanding of who we are as people and like what we do in our free time, and
Oh,
how we've
shoot,
known each
I have
other
to
for the
go
past
walk my neighbor's dog.
6 or 7 years. All right.
Knowledge.
Okay.
I shall
Just
return in like
Okay.
a half an hour.
All right, see you, Nate.
see ya. So
Professional.
professional,
Very-
yeah.
Very.
So in the last podcast, I talked about how basically I met Jordan at my high school when I was in like 7th or 8th grade, and we've been friends ever since. And I introduced him into this group, and Jordan, do you want to explain like your side of like when you first met me?
Oh, I can barely remember anything back then.
Yeah, it was like a really long time ago. Like it feels like because it was 6 years ago essentially. Like
Yeah.
when we first met, and we were so different at the time. Like I was like I talked about it in the first episode. I don't want to repeat everything, but I talked about basically how I was a much different person physically and like mentally, and now that I've matured over these few years, I get to look back at all these dumb mistakes that I've made, and I was like, I'm glad that me being in this group wasn't like a mistake. I'm glad that like I have all of my friends here, and technically even some family with me right now, which is what I want to then steer the direction towards to JoJo. How you watched the first episode, right? I showed it to you.
I did not get to finish it.
Okay. So you can watch it later, whatever. So in the first episode, we talked about your art, and we talked about like the first time you met Evan, and how he showed you
Goodness.
Pop Fizz. How much of this story? How much of this story is correct that when he first walked up to you, he told you about Pop Fizz, a character from Skylanders?
Oh yes, he did.
Oh, Evan, you sweet child.
I've known Evan for like 2 months, and that's like I'm not even surprised.
Do you wanna explain the story in your own words?
Oh, me?
Yes, you.
I vaguely remember it. I think it started like you know where it happened, right?
Yeah,
Explain that?
we've been over that. It happened at our local church.
Yeah, it was like church camp or
It was
something.
like a church class.
The Church of Pop Fizz.
The church of Pop Fizz.
All
So
hail our Lord and Savior.
you guys were in like a class, right?
Yeah,
You guys were
it
put in the
just,
same class.
I don't know. It was just so subtle. Like I was just drawing on the whiteboard, and he just kind of just walked up to me, and he's like, "Hey, start." And I'm like, "Thanks." And then he just went off.
Yeah, we were all so different 6 years ago, 7 years ago. It's funny too because apparently the way that Evan remembers the story is that I was using your Minecraft account to play. However, that's not the case because at the time you didn't have a Minecraft account. You didn't obtain one until you were in like your 6th grade year when you first got your own
Sixth grade?
computer.
Yeah.
It was like when you first got your own computer.
Hmm.
Because I think we all had gotten our electronics when I was in 8th grade, and you were in 6th.
Oh, whatever the year.
whenever it was, like, I ultimately, like, I just fucking, I love hearing the story of how Evan and JoJo met, because him bringing up, like, the whole Pop Fizz thing, it was so funny hearing, because I had never heard that story, actually. I had, like, never heard that story at all until he told me, like, exactly how it happened. I knew that you two had met, but I didn't know exactly how. And so, speaking of the last podcast, I want to bring up another topic that, Erik, your keyboard throughout the entirety of the podcast is probably one of the best parts. The
It's the
whole
best
time.
keyboard.
Yeah, the whole time. Because you have what keyboard do you have currently?
It's a replica of the IBM Model M manufactured by Unicomp. We actually made the original tooling that the original IBM Model M's are produced with.
Okay, thanks, nerd. So,
Yeah, you dweeb. God.
you dweeb. So, Erik, you're a big, so, like, in the last episode, I think the two people that didn't really talk the most, obviously
I'll be right
Jordan and JoJo weren't here, and as he goes, I was just about to say that Lucky and Andre were two that didn't really talk much, because we didn't really get to talk about, how much we, like, when we met them, and, like, what it was like, for the past, like, year and a half, I think. But in the meantime, Erik, let's get to know you a little more, because Erik, you're known. What would you say you're most known for in this group?
Nerd. Computer related nerd.
Computer related, but what's the most? Like what's
I
the
like
biggest?
messing with free and open source software a lot, which you guys seem to find amusing.
We find it amusing, but what is?
You got this.
You got this.
I want him to guess. I want him to figure out what it is.
Believe in the me that believes in you, Erik. You got this.
That's a good show. We can talk about that in a minute.
It is.
But what are we all on that you're not?
You're on the Microsoft Windows proprietary operating system.
Yes. And what are you on, Erik?
I am on a GNU plus Linux based operating system where I'm running basically it's a GNU system for Linux kernel.
There we
Linux
go.
At the particular time.
Linux.
Hit the head on the nail.
He said it. He said the word.
Erik is the Linux guy. So tell us.
Also known as a freaking nerd.
You
Yeah.
freaking nerd. So
Hello, this is Erik Pewters.
Erik Pewters. We came up with a joke.
I mean, to be honest, I'm scrolling down the spreadsheet for Valve's Steam Play compatibility reports, looking at different games that work fine using Steam Plays as a compatibility layer to run Windows-only video games on Linux.
Oh,
So I'm just
reminds me,
scrolling through that.
that reminds me, where we got the name Erik Pewters from, because for many years we called Erik Pewters, because we would one of the biggest things we all used to do was play. We used to play modded Minecraft a lot, and
A lot.
one of the mods that we always had put on was Computercraft, and the reason for that is because the computers actually run Lua, right, Erik?
Yeah, they're running a Lua interpreter on them so that you can write custom scripts and computers programs in a Lua scripting language
Yes.
with a variety of APIs that you can add in.
You can essentially program computers in Minecraft, and they can do certain things depending on what the commands, depending on what you have them do. So we would all focus on our own mods that we enjoyed, but the one thing that Erik was always like, I just want one mod, and that's Computercraft, and we would always add it, and he would always just find a way to. There's the keyboard again.
Erik,
How do you attack?
I didn't want to
God.
say anything, but like, god damn, I can't hear JJ.
Can you just push to talk?
You could do push
Give me a
to talk.
second and the text will be done.
Who? So you say you're
Like-
texting, but like, you're not
No,
texting.
This is
on
a
your
test.
phone. It's an
Huh?
essay, yeah.
He's
What's
really
it-
What was the
you're
question, Jay?
You say you're texting, but like, who are you texting on your computer? You're not saying a text.
My
you're
girlfriend?
Your girlfriend. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Girl.
Who else would he be texting? Like,
Oh damn! You just roast him,
I
saying
mean-
he has no other friends but us.
Well, it's you guys, my coworkers from work, and her. That's all I communicate with.
So, but yeah, we came up with the name Erik Pewters because he would always we called him like Erik Computers, and then because Erik Computers was too like complicated, like Erik Computers sounded weird, we just called him Erik Pewters.
the calm in the word computers, it was just too much, so we just
Because
ripped
his
that right out.
the last like Erik, like the second syllable of his name is like a k sound, like computers. So we devolved it into Erik Pewters, and we've called you that for years, like just as a joke. But I found out recently that you always hated that name.
How did you only figure this out recently?
Because
told
I
you
was-
in person once, like last year.
Well, the thing is like I most likely didn't remember it at the time, and I knew that because we had stopped calling you that for a long time, but it was brought back up recently, and I was like, oh my god, I forgot we called him Erik Pewters, and it was so funny when we brought it back up. We were like, oh yeah, Erik Pewters, and you were like, God, I fucking hate that name with a passion.
Wasn't that like serious of me just stating I didn't like it?
It was just so like
was
I don't know. I
clearly
guess like
so
at the time
annoyed
we had
about it.
stopped calling you it, but like it had gotten to a point where like I don't know who brought the name back up, but it was really funny when we heard it again recently. But I'm gonna turn this conversation. We have a special guest, as we'll most likely do for many podcasts. In this episode, we have our good friend Ryan, and we've talked about how we met Ryan, and it was pretty straightforward. We we met him on Overwatch, but Ryan, you said you have a few topics you want to talk about. And I don't know if Ryan's here. Okay. So,
Professional podcast, everybody.
professional podcast. Dysfunctional at the very least. So, I will say, speaking of the Dysfunctional Podcast, I was looking on YouTube and I found out that there are many more names with the Dysfunctional Podcast as its title. And I had no idea until I uploaded the first episode, and I was like, we...
Was I the only one who thought to Google that before you'd hit upload?
Well, I had looked it up, like, after I'd uploaded, I had looked it up, and I was like, oh, there's plenty more names with that. I was like, I didn't really think that anyone would have the name Dysfunctional Podcast, but apparently someone does have that name. Multiple people have that name for a podcast. Well, welcome back, Ryan.
Hi. Sorry.
As you were gone, it was funny that I had mentioned that you had a few topics that you wanted to talk about.
I'm sorry. I was getting pot pie.
No, it's fine. Professional podcast. So what are these few topics that you wanted to bring up?
I want to talk about y'all's hot takes on any just random subjects.
Any random subject.
Anything you can think of in the whole wide world.
Okay.
That may or may not be
because we
controversial.
play a lot of video games in this group.
Mhm.
what is a game that we're all excited to see? And then we can switch
Smash
it to movies.
Ultimate.
Smash Ultimate? Yeah, that game looks really good. I'd say I'm hyped for Fallout 76. That game looks really good because the time when we're recording this, it's August 27th, 2018. So
I don't even know what's coming out.
I got mine.
What's yours, Lucky?
Kingdom Hearts 3, 10 years of production.
Kingdom Hearts 3?
Oh yeah, have you not heard about Kingdom Hearts?
I have not. I mean, I've heard of
Wow.
Kingdom Hearts.
How
I'm
did
saying
you...
like
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that
Okay.
that a new game was coming out.
Oh yeah. They were supposed to release 3 in like 2012. By the way, 2 came out in like 2006. It's been 12 years since they've been saying Kingdom Hearts 3 was supposed to come out.
Oh my god.
But that's just Square Enix for you.
Like,
Quality.
what is everyone's takes on Fallout 76 so far?
I don't care about Fallout
I could care
at all.
less.
Really?
I've not looked into it.
No.
I
Yeah, I
didn't know
don't
it was. I
care
didn't
too
know
much.
it was gonna come out or what it was until you just said no.
So, really? All right. So what's it?
Correct.
I'm trying to think because we all have different interests in genres of video games. So I'm wondering what is a game that we're all sort of mutually excited for. I think I know that they're coming out with another Elder Scrolls game.
That's exciting.
So Elder Scrolls 6 is coming out, and
Whoa.
I'm excited for that. I think it's gonna do really
He's so
well.
excited he actually started playing Skyrim.
No, okay. I've been playing Skyrim recently because I had it lying around. Like I mostly play Overwatch in my free time, but recently I've been spending hours upon hours in Skyrim, just because it's just a way that I can. It's just like really fun to just go around and like just do whatever the hell I want in a virtual world like that has no repercussions, especially when I could just quick save and then just go back. I think Skyrim is probably one of like the best games like ever.
You know, I've been thinking about
Todd
it.
Howard.
I don't think I'm necessarily so excited about a particular game, but I'm more interested in the Steam Play project that Valve just announced and is currently implemented in the new Steam beta client.
What did Valve just announce? Wait.
That was the compatibility layer where they took Wine. Wine is on an emulator, and DirectX 12 to Vulkan translation, the DXVK, and implemented it with some changes inside of the Steam client natively on the Linux client,
Oh wow.
like I was
Alright,
mentioning earlier.
Alright, now convert that to English.
It converts, it basically acts as a compatibility translation for Windows games to work on Linux natively.
Guys, we
Well,
gotta
not
be
natively,
funnier. We're not funny on this podcast.
Right.
but
All right.
I'm being technical. That's all I
we're
do.
being all right, bring out the
Ha
funny.
ha ha! Linux.
Ha, 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 ha.
guys, look at me. Am I funny yet?
Evan, I could hear
Loud
that through
noises
the
are funny,
wall.
right?
Maybe.
Baby.
Probably.
What a great podcast we have here.
We have an exceptional podcast. It's outstanding.
We have a
Top tier.
dysfunctional podcast.
See,
That's the
the thing
title.
is, before we started recording, we were so funny, and then that just like died. It's like, it's so fucking.
Fuck, what do you?
I don't know what it is. Like, it's just really. It's like whenever we try to, because honestly, I feel like we've always wanted to start a podcast. Like I've always wanted to start it, and everyone's always been like, yeah, we should do it. But I've always said that like when we do a podcast, we need to do it that like we need to make it so that it's just like it's not something that like we should like.
Keyboard.
These are words.
So as I said before, and in the previous podcast, JoJo is an artist, and I'm gonna put on screen what she just fucking came up with.
I don't know what
Hachigen
this
and I
is,
thought we
but I'm scared.
I like that
That's
you say hi, hello, I'm here for the podcast, but you haven't you've barely like said anything so far.
Exactly.
This podcast is so riveting. Wow.
Like a ghost.
A ghost.
Alright,
a
let's get to some
spooky
pointless
ghost.
arguments.
Is
Pointless
that a
arguments.
watermark on your picture?
Pineapple on
Yes,
pizza.
I have
Yes or no?
watermarks.
Cool.
Yes.
Pointless arguments.
I don't know if I mentioned to you, but I actually linked to your DeviantArt on the website.
Oh, is it on the website?
Yeah, click on her name.
Is it the correct one? 'Cause
I don't know if
have
it's the
account.
correct. I updated
It's the
the.
one that Jay had on the previous video.
The
Wait,
original
where's
one?
the website?
LOUN.us.
That's our website. Yeah.
Whoa.
Would you
.us.
like to confirm for me that it is?
It's probably
The
like
correct
correct,
account?
but it's also at the same time it's probably like the older one or the one that. Welcome back, Nathan.
He's back.
Hello.
This podcast is dying without you. So.
Yeah, we need you back.
Need a pointless argument.
Well, also,
Anyone,
look,
please.
you haven't said shit this whole time.
Well, I had to go take out the trash.
Yeah.
Hey.
So why are you back?
Ooh. Got him.
Get
I-
fucked,
I-
kid.
Alright, I see how it is.
No. Don't cry, please.
I'm not gonna
I don't need to
cry,
cut footage
what?
again from a second podcast of you crying.
What happened?
What?
Nothing.
What?
Cut that joke.
Okay, by the way, I'm gonna butt it again. It's the wrong account.
It's the wrong
Oh,
account.
okay.
Okay. Yeah, we can always fix it.
What's happening?
Yeah, just
So-
posted
What-
in the
We talked about
in the long
in
chat.
your
Okay.
absence. We talked about what video games we're excited for to come out.
You just turned into an absolute robot. What were you saying?
We're excited. We talked about what video games we're excited for. We talked about what else did we talk about?
I said
Oh.
Smash Ultimate, and you said yeah, and then no one said a word about it.
Well, because most
That's
people
all
here,
there
like,
is to say.
yeah, like I think Smash is. I've never been like a big Smash player. Like if my friends if I went over to a friend's house and it was like there I would play it. Yeah, but like I was never like that big in Smash.
How
I'm
dare
like the-
you?
I'm like the only one here that cares at all about
Table.
Nintendo, aren't I?
Maybe. Okay.
The only responses I got were a maybe and Eric's keyboard.
Oh,
Thanks, y'all.
I honestly don't tend to care about Nintendo.
I talked about Fallout 76 and the new Elder Scrolls game coming out. Honestly, though, like
I mean, well,
I-
there's no announcement for it yet, but like I'm excited for when they eventually come out with Borderlands 3.
yeah,
and
Borderlands
that's
3
about
has been teased for a while.
It has, and it will eventually come out. I just don't know when.
Yo, I'm ready for Minecraft 2.
Yeah, but it'll
It's
be
like,
built
I'm
on
ready for
Microsoft and terrible.
Despacito too.
Despacito 2.
Can't wait for Half-Life 3.
It's never
What
coming
about
out.
Portal 3?
Funny meme.
Portal 3?
I can't wait till League of Legends becomes a card game.
Oh my god.
You know it will be too.
Dota became a card
Uh.
game. Next it's League. Then it's Overwatch.
But,
Oh Lord,
but
we should
not-
play. We should play Cards Against Humanity. That's a hoot.
That's a fun game, but like
That is a fun game.
it's not a
It's not
What is?
fun.
Cards Against Humanity. That's not an advertiser friendly game though.
It is not.
Whatever.
It is not ad friendly.
Who cares?
Holy shit.
No one's watching this anyway. We're not gonna make money either way.
You
This
right about
podcast
that,
is
actually.
already dead. We're 40 minutes in.
So, I looked at website traffic history,
Uh-huh.
and today we have had 45 unique visitors
Wow, that's interesting actually.
on our website. How many have the YouTube channel got?
I think at the moment the podcast currently has
One view.
Why are we talking
No.
about this on the
it's
podcast?
15 no, we can talk about this on the podcast. It's fine.
Why
We're
not?
talking about the podcast in
On
the
the
podcast.
podcast. This is how meta our podcast.
Oh, it's got
gets.
22 views.
Yeah, it's got about. I was about to say it's got about 15 to like 20 views, something like that.
Capital Pride.
So people are actually watching this.
Yeah, people people are actually
Why?
watching this.
Turn.
Run away.
We're good people.
Run away quickly.
Why
before
do
it's
you
too late.
watch this? This is
I just
interesting.
subscribed to this podcast.
Can someone please tell me
Subscribble.
why you're watching this
I
podcast?
subscribed.
Yeah, we're gonna get back to a topic of any sort.
Favorite soda?
Dr. Pepper.
Okay,
Uh,
okay.
I don't think so,
Legitimately,
though.
I have a bottle of it in front of me. It is Virtual's microbrewed root beer.
That
That's
stuff's
fucking
pretty good.
That is
good.
good.
Why are you
It
such
is.
a dweeb about everything?
Everything Erik says, like, whenever Erik speaks about, like, a product, he goes into, like, the atomic makeup of the product. He's like, yeah, it's made out of hydrogen, oxygen, helium, like, shit like that.
I said it. Come on.
It's made of a little bit of iron and some calcium.
Elbow
you know. A little bit of uranium, you know. just your
It's
average.
consistent of primarily dihydrogen monoxide, but you know, the other ingredients that go along into making this chemical concoction are what really makes the drink so palatable.
God.
Welcome to the
I
We Make
hate-
Fun of
I
Erik
hate how
podcast.
actually like accurate that was.
Quality.
No, but like, no, I like that we have someone like actually smart on the podcast, like Erik, because
Because all of us
you
idiots
just laugh at him.
bag on him.
Did you laugh at my comment, my compliment to Erik?
I did.
You're a little bitch.
You're assuming Eric's the only smart one here.
Yeah, let's go into
He
your
probably
extensive
is.
knowledge of fucking anime. How's that?
Yeah, lucky.
Yeah, so
Yo,
what if I
okay,
know more Japanese
you
than
wanted
my
to talk
own
about
English?
you wanted to
Explain
talk
me the
about
plot of
Voltron. You wanted to
Evangelion.
talk about Voltron before we started the podcast, so you and JoJo can have your whole little.
Yeah, I'm just
shit
gonna get up real quick.
You're making
Alright.
our special guests like want to fucking leave the podcast 40 minutes in.
I mean, how long is this expected to be had? I mean, like,
I just. Do anything that's going on?
Please flash the cursed image on screen
Oh,
for like 3 seconds.
I'm gonna flash our emoji of on
oh,
screen.
but
Oh, what the fuck?
What is that?
If you would like to use that that emoji, hop over onto our Discord, public Discord. The link for the Discord will be in every video, every archive
Video.
of the video of the podcast.
What the
Andre?
hell is that?
What did you say about turning off the phones, Andre?
We had this whole talk before the podcast. We were like, let's turn off our cell
I
phones.
didn't realize I had a timer at 8:30.
See, I turned off my alarm.
Dude, I shut off my Wi-Fi. That's another alarm. Are you serious?
I have been. Have you guys seen the emote I responded to that post with?
No, I
Wrong
can't.
with-
I can't look in the chat because it'll pick up my mouse.
Who cares?
I do. I've already had to use it twice now. I'm going on my phone. Look at Discord. And we'll probably flash up these memes on screen because they're always just so good.
Oh, they're not. They're never good.
No, they're terrible. They're
They're all
completely terrible.
awful.
Jesus Christ. That's a good use of the I gotta say.
That's a good use of the
Jesus.
what I put. Have you seen the one
When
I
does
put?
that become an emote? What?
I think he has Discord Nitro.
I do.
Oh, I was about to say,
I do.
I thought you made. Wait, you
Wait,
actually
Eric, do
spent
you have Discord
money?
Nitro?
Yeah, when
Yeah.
did you get Discord Nitro?
It was about half a month ago, and you guys were like talking about emotes, so I got it and I put an emote that no one else could and confused the ever living crap out of you for about 2 minutes.
That's an
great.
issue that we have on the server that I hate like having an abundance of emojis, and that's my issue with like I don't know.
People don't use most of them.
Yeah, people only use a lot of them, and it's just like I'm fine with having a lot like a large variety of emojis. My issue is that
I just post the ones I use, and I don't
post
think it
me
hurts
post
anything. What the hell is that mic popping?
Yeah, I don't know.
I
What
think
that was.
that was my dog getting angry.
Jordan,
at my
are you
cat.
trying to escape the corb?
That was
Yes,
definitely my dog.
I am.
You can't run
Yeah.
from it.
I'm going to run from it.
Do not.
The thing
There's
is
no escape.
horrifying.
I hate that we have to put these images on screen now, or else people won't understand. Or they could just join the Discord to, to see these lovely images in person,
Heyo.
not over video. Always join that. I will definitely be plugging that in about every 5 minutes of this podcast.
Join the
So-
Discord.
Please visit
That's a mistake.
loun.us for the best website experience.
The best website
The
experience.
best website.
It loads in like a millisecond. It's insane.
It's depending on your internet, though.
Oh no! It's just like 30 lines of HTML code.
That's true. We have like no graphical images on our website. It's just
99.9
Be sure to go to
100% satisfaction guarantee.
www.meatspin.com for
no,
a great
don't
time.
go. Don't go.
No. Oh God.
No.
I remember being fucking. I got
got
joshed on
meat
the
spun.
internet when I was sent to meatspin.com. If you want a funny joke, send your friends to meatspin.com. It's probably one of the best memes on the internet ever, because
Wait, we're talking about
Nope.
that and like that's on par with like Two Girls One Cup, and like, but there's never one I've seen better than
This
Two Guys
podcast
One
is rated
Fish.
M for mature.
What is that?
If you've never seen Two Guys One Fish,
What?
look it up.
I've never
It's-
seen it. I never
No.
want to see it, and I never
It's-
will see
it's-
it.
What type of fish is it? Is it like a goldfish or
Dude,
like a
it's
trout?
like a big like catfish.
Oh no!
I just won't ever watch this. I guarantee it. It's never
I don't-
happening.
I
I
don't
don't-
understand. If just go watch the video yourself.
How
It's
did
on
we
the
get
internet.
here? There's nothing I'd rather do less
Why are
than
we
look
still
at that
here?
video.
Just to suffer.
Alright, I gotta see what this is now.
Okay. Now
Should I
everyone's
get
everyone's
the
typing in
image ready.
Two Guys
Everyone's-
One Fish.
I'm not.
No, I'm not. I'm just.
Alright,
Sure.
what is this?
Okay, here's Lucky's reaction to Two Guys One Fish.
Great entertainment,
what do
guys.
you see, Lucky?
Good podcast.
We
Wait,
can't.
hold on.
We could not show that on YouTube. It's awful. It's really bad. It's fucking funny though. It's really funny.
What's the video? Like there's like multiple videos.
It's probably the first one if you click on it. It's a guy like standing in a lake. It's like
Look for the
it's like
cat.
waist high, the
Oh, there
water.
it is. There it is.
Does his
Oh,
pee-pee get
God.
nibbled?
Oh.
So
Answer the question.
no. People need to experience it for themselves.
Oh,
It's
Or just don't experience it at all. That's what I'm doing.
I'm just not experiencing it.
it's a great video. It's a great educational video. It really shows
I'm
you the
literally trying to find it, but it's-
marine
it's-
life of fucking I can't keep that up anymore. It's
I
disgusting.
don't-
Oh my.
I don't want to look at that like.
It's funny, but it's
description.
really gross and fucked up.
I-
But
I
it's
So I
find it.
looked it up. Our website loads in about a tenth of a second.
Ugh. I keep getting like Discord messages. Like everyone's like, "Oh, he's streaming or he's doing the podcast. Gotta message him." And I'm like, "No, stop! Like I'm
Leave me
trying.
alone.
I just want to have like, because now people when they watch it, they're gonna think that their Discord just went off, and I'm like, no, it didn't. It didn't go off.
Oh.
I'll try to make it clear
Tony.
when my Discord goes off, so
Thanos
that
is
you
coming.
all at home watching this don't have to be like, oh, did I just get a message? Because probably not. You're alone.
Yeah, fat loser. Come
See,
on.
I got friends. You don't. I'm just kidding. No. I think in the last podcast I said to a certain group of people they could go screw themselves. But I don't remember who that was directed towards. I want to remember, but I literally cannot at this moment.
All right, which minority were you offending this time, Jay?
Which minority am I going to offend in the podcast?
Not again.
Oh, Jay.
France.
I mean, like, if we say it, it'll be funny. But if I say it, we shouldn't cut it because it doesn't matter.
Just don't say it.
Or we
So
could just
then
say it,
France.
and it'd be funny.
Just don't.
Why though?
Good point. Say it.
I shouldn't say it. I can't wait till I say it and we just hear a big beep in the middle of the video and I'm like, oh yeah, I said
I
it.
would say, is it worth risking monetization? But like,
I don't give a
I'm
fuck. This thing
watching
can't
this.
get monetized anyways. We can't get ads on it.
Not right now, but we will later.
Do you realize the stipulation? We have to have 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
We're at
Will
5.
never happen.
I don't even know
Plan
a
for the
1,000.
future.
I'm not saying that we
got
can't.
5 overnight.
I'm not saying that we can't, but at least if we're gonna, if we're gonna get the views on it now, and it can't be monetized, why worry about what we say? Let's not make it
We'll get
monetized in the
the-
future. We'll make these.
Correction. There's
We'll get
9
it.
subscribers.
There's what?
There's 9 subscribers.
We're up to 9 already. Can't wait. To
Yeah,
we're moving
I
to
was
Twitch.
nice.
We've beaten YouTube. We're moving to Twitch.
10 subscriber giveaway, guys.
10 subscriber giveaway. Yeah, it's
You
one of
wanna
our
win
10
my free
subscribers.
giveaway.
We're the 9, and whoever is out there that was like, this podcast is pretty cool. If you're an avid listener, and you somehow stumbled upon this podcast.
Yeah, if you're not one of us.
If you're not one of us and you actually listen to this podcast, thank you, because
Papa bless.
you are doing God's work.
I don't know how you
Papa bless.
With everybody. Share this
Okay, I'll
podcast
point
with
out that we
everybody.
have 22 views.
We have 22 views on the first podcast in the first 2 days.
Insane.
Actually, no.
So
it's
say
not-
we
it's not
want to
Sunday.
double
bet that
that.
the first 3 were JJ.
No, I had to re-upload the video 2 times because the first time, the editing software that I used fucked up the audio, so it only came in 50 minutes into the video, and the
Yeah,
podcast
well, you're
is
talking
an
about
hour long.
TF2.
Yeah, the whole time we were talking about TF2, it was nothing. But then the second time, when I finally got it uploaded, I had to put it on the new channel because I had it in my own personal, and then Erik was like, "Let's put it on a group one." And I was like, "All right, that's fine."
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Making
Let's.
content's hard.
Making content is easy. You just sit and you fucking talk into a microphone. Look at this. We're already 52 minutes into the podcast. How is that?
And only about 7 of those minutes have been
I'm already falling
content.
asleep.
Hey, no. I'd
I
say a
think
solid
7
8
minutes.
minutes. Has
Yeah.
been
Oh.
Solid.
Solid 8.
I might even say 8.5.
Dude, I might even say no time of this podcast has actually been enjoyable. It's actually all shit.
Thanks,
But
angry
it's
video game
definitely
nerd.
content.
Content. What is it? Quality content?
No,
Is it
Exactly.
quality?
That's the real
it's
question.
quality.
Is it
Cut.
quality
Cut
content?
the quality meme we have.
No,
put it
no,
on screen.
don't ever. Post it on screen.
That's what I was saying.
Also,
Put it on
get that out.
screen.
Yourself, huh?
I'm telling myself in post. Put it on screen, dumbass. Hey, dipshit! When you're editing this video, don't forget to put that in.
Yeah, nerd.
Yeah, fucking loser.
Suck a
So-
quark.
You loser. If
What do
haven't
you
put it
do
on
if you're
by
like
now,
you're editing a
put
freaking
that in.
podcast?
Yeah, I'm editing my own podcast. It's fun.
I
I
thought
actually,
this is just for
I was up
ourselves.
till like 12 in the morning, the night prior. The night prior of us doing this when I uploaded the video. I uploaded the video today, by the way. It was uploaded on the 27th, I'm pretty sure. And now
It
we're
was uploaded 19 hours ago,
yeah,
and it's 2041.
2041 for people that don't understand. It's 8:41 p.m. If you don't, understand beep boop time. So
It's military time.
If you don't understand Erik Computer's time, then
Yeah.
computers. Yeah. Do you think? I have a question. Do you think someone could be so fat that they could be in 2 time zones at once?
Just depending where you're standing. You
Very
can
much
be 2
doubt
time
it.
zones
No,
at
I
once.
think you're wrong. False.
JJ.
what?
I'm wondering.
No.
Where did that question come from?
It came
think-
from. Here's where my brain went. Erik talked about time, and I was gonna say like, Erik has his own time zone, as a joke, but then I was like, that's not funny. So let me bring in like I thought of like a Yo Mama joke, where like Yo Mama's so fat, she's in 2 time zones.
I like
at
how you're
once.
explaining your. You know,
I have to
normally
explain my brain fucking
jokes
processing
are
this
just-
joke.
It makes them worse.
Yeah, because
I'm just
fucking
saying.
I'm a
It
loser.
makes
I
it
don't give a
more
shit.
stupid because that's a word.
This
More
podcast is brand new. This is the 2nd episode, and I already fucking hate you all.
Well, I already did that, so
Don't worry, I hate myself.
Oh,
but
see,
don't worry,
see,
bud. I'm
Rebo
already
was ahead of the game.
right on.
All right, let's not be edgy. Come on.
No.
We could be
No.
funny, or we could be losers, but we can't be edgy.
Why? Why not?
gonna be funny losers.
We could be
Can we
funny
be
losers.
Edgy losers.
No, that's where we
why
draw
can
the
we not-
line.
Why
We
can
can't
not
be edgy.
funny Why can we
Because
not be
edgy's
funny?
not funny.
Oh.
It's not funny.
All right,
But
I'm
what
out,
about
boys.
edgy humor?
I'm out, boys. I'm not
What
gonna
about what? Tumors?
No, edgy humor.
Oh,
I
edgy
mean,
humor.
that's
was-
the thing.
that's kind of
Like,
funny. There goes
Where did
Evan.
Evan
Yeah,
go?
Evan,
Like,
Evan left. There's Evan. He's
I,
back.
I think you're wrong.
Did you hear?
Don't mind me. I'm just playing with a voltage regulator.
So speaking of tumors, did you hear that? I don't know how old this is. This is probably really old, but did you know that Vsauce 3 had cancer at one point?
What?
Yeah.
Jake?
Yeah.
It was from all the
Vsauce. I'm Jake. You know, like.
Yeah, you don't know what they're putting in that Vsauce, you know?
Yeah, he had too much Vsauce, and it gave him cancer.
Also, I am literally made of Vsauce. He fucking kills himself.
Can you please put that clip on screen? right
I'll
now?
link the video of. We watched a video today of Vsauce out of context, and the first clip is Vsauce Michael blowing his brains out with a Nerf gun. And I gotta say, that man is literally like a genius. He's like one of the smartest people like on YouTube, but he is so.
But he's just so weird,
He's so
man.
funny.
Like,
And, like-
his weird personality like is barely an act. He's just a strange man. And
Well,
that's
the
what
thing
makes
is
him so
if you
funny.
watch him in, because him and iDubbbz did a video of comedians on hoverboards getting I think it
like
was
chicken nuggets or something.
chicken McNuggets. He talks to him about like that you get to see basically how Michael is in like just in his home, and he's such like he's basically how you imagine him on Vsauce is exactly how he is like at home. He talks the same way, and I'm like, this dude is like, it's not like he's Zuck, where like Zuck's clearly like a robot or an alien or a lizard dude.
Yeah, everyone knows that Zuck
Like
is.
Mark Zuckerberg is like is a clear fucking alien, dude. There's no way that man is human. And
Sorry, can I just interject? For
No,
some
go
reason,
ahead.
my brain just like you're talking like at home, he acts just how he does in Vsauce. So I just imagine like he's playing with like his little newborn son. He goes, "Where are your fingers?"
Dude, if Michael Stevens had a kid, he would fucking blow that kid's mind every day.
And his own
That
mind.
kid would
just show
be
he's
the
full of
smartest being in the galaxy. Like, I swear. That kid would be like the... Dude, he'd be like... Oh my god.
It's too much.
Who's the smartest female on the planet? I'm gonna Google
That's a
that.
fair point. 'Cause a lot of people talk
A lot
about
of
the
people are like, oh,
smartest
they're
man on
smart
the planet.
males, but I don't know the smartest female.
Yeah, it's because there is none.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Took a shot at your own fucking gender, damn.
Did you just assume her gender?
Dude, I'm gonna get fucking flamed in the comments for that.
You're dead.
Just
You're already dead.
humongous walk, dude. I can't believe you.
Vsauce Michael met Obama?
Yeah. Dude, Matt Pat met the Pope. He gave him Undertale.
Legit?
He legit did. Did you not hear that? Like a few years ago, back in like 2016 or something like that, he had an opportunity to meet the Pope, and he gave the Pope a copy of Undertale.
Why?
And it was
What's
to
the Pope
it was to
doing
show
with that?
it was basically to show how like like video games are very creative and how they can express stories and stuff like that, and honestly, like, I understand the meaning behind it. It's obviously very weird, but like, he was with other YouTubers that did very similar things. I understand what he meant by it. It's weird being like, I gave the Pope a copy of Undertale. Like, yeah, you don't expect the Pope to like play Undertale. He's like, who the fuck is this Sans dude? Like, no, like, there's no way like the Pope is actually gonna play Undertale. The thing is,
thought, though.
it's a funny thought.
Channel.
Sorry, what?
The
Starts a YouTube channel.
The Pope starts a Let's Play channel.
That's a Let's Play channel.
He
yeah.
starts a reaction channel.
He shows up on the Fine Bros.
Oh
Pope
my God.
reacts.
Pope.
Oh, by the way, I looked it up. Marilyn Vos Savant. Despite her status as the smartest woman, world's smartest woman, Vos Savant maintained that attempts to measure intelligence were useless. Yeah, that's your dog, by the way. It's very loud.
The army has been upset.
Despite her
The
status
army's
as the
mobilized.
world's smartest woman, Vos Savant, maintained that attempts to measure intelligence were, quote, useless, and she rejected IQ tests as unreliable. Sorry. Yeah, so Marilyn
No
von
knowledge.
Savant is apparently the smartest woman in history. She was born in 1946. She was listed as having the highest recorded intelligence quotient in the Guinness Book of Records, a competitive category. So is she? Yeah, what's her IQ?
I just said she didn't want to take them, did she?
Yeah, she did say she didn't want to take it. I don't think like.
Therefore, there won't be an IQ available.
Oh.
Dumb.
Well, I guess she took them like later on. According to the mega test, she had an IQ of 186, and according to the Stanford Binet, her IQ was a whopping 228.
That's a lot. 200 IQ?
Yeah, it's literally she plays Fortnite and does like 200 IQ plays.
200 IQ plays, literally.
200. Quite
Now, smartest man in the world. Smartest people in the world.
Abler Easton.
Robert Novely stated that Langan.
You're Ligma.
Welcome to another episode of Jay not
Ligma.
being able to pronounce scientist names.
It's confusing because like I don't
Welcome
know
to
which
another
one is.
episode of JJ reads Wikipedia articles.
Okay,
They're the worst.
Marilyn Vos Savant is Neil deGrasse Tyson is on there.
He was
Going
a hot
on this,
one.
I'm going down on this list to see. I'm guessing like someone like Stephen Hawking is gonna be like number one.
Or Albert
Yep,
Einstein.
Stephen Hawking is number one.
Actually, wasn't
We're
Albert
talking about, like,
Einstein's
present
IQ
day
not that
people.
high?
What?
Well, IQ
Wasn't Albert
doesn't.
Einstein's IQ wasn't that high.
IQ is just like that doesn't matter. Like what
Well,
matters
yeah.
is,
It's the thing
like-
is, it's not about IQ. I just looked up the smartest people alive, and this.
Oh, you looked up alive. Okay.
Yeah, smartest people alive today. But it's funny that this article was written and like Stephen Hawking has now passed, so now he doesn't hold the number one spot anymore. The number one spot in this article would technically be Edward Whitten.
Edward.
For Edward.
Good old Ed.
I was able to pronounce Edward. Thank you. Yeah. And that was according to Super Scholar. That it was a list of 30 smartest people alive today.
I'm sorry, that website name sounds real reputable.
Well, I'm just saying I want to post where I got that from.
Super Scholar. Wow.
Anything over 130 is extremely
What are
high,
you
though
doing,
it
Matrix?
should,
Come
though it
here.
should
Here,
notice
good dog.
IQ tests are highly imprecise.
You're a good dog. Yes, you are. You're a good dog. What are you doing?
Who? Okay,
Did
so
you
this
bark
is
at
like
your phone?
40.
Yes, you're a good dog.
I guess this is like 40 people with like the highest IQ. Apparently, William Shakespeare is number 15 on this list, according to Business Insider. Nikola Tesla, that makes sense, yeah. Galileo, yeah. That dude had like...
Sorry.
No, it's fine. You're alright. Copernicus, yeah. James Maxwell. Isaac Newton is number 4. Leonardo da Vinci. Leonardo da Vinci, yeah. Leonardo da Vinci was a painter, sculptor, architect, musician, mathematician, engineer, inventor, anatomist, geologist, cartographer, botanist, and writer. So this
You left
dude...
something off that list.
What?
Time traveler.
Shut the fuck up. Number 2 is Albert Einstein, and number 1 is Johann Goethe. Johann Goethe, I believe. Considered by Einstein to be the last man in the world to know everything, Goethe was a German polymath who found the science of human chemistry and developed one of the earliest known theories of evolution. His estimated
did you say he knows everything?
Considered by Einstein to be the quote the last man in the world to know everything.
So one man knew everything.
For the time of
I think Albert
1820s, he knew
Einstein's
everything. His estimated IQ scores range from 210 to 225 by different measures. And that is all according to Business Insider. So I want to be like reputable when I say shit like this. I don't want to be like, oh, well, we left some things out. Like, I didn't say who it was by. Now you know if you want to look it up. I looked up Business Insider and Super Scholar for, for their lists. Dude, there are some smart-ass people out there. Like,
We are not any of them.
We are not any of them. No, but, I'm trying to think, like... I'm guessing, like, Elon Musk would also probably be up there, right? He's a pretty smart dude.
Seems like an intelligent fellow.
Yeah. He's a smart dude. He's pretty radical. That's someone else's phone. I don't know whose that was.
I feel like he uses.
Not mine that time.
I feel like he's like lawful evil.
Are we gonna give scientists and like engineers and stuff like that of past and present?
Let's just give historical figures like alignments.
Oh my god.
That seems like a good conversation.
So, all right, let's start with something simple. Albert Einstein.
He's like neutral good.
Neutral good?
Lawful neutral.
I could see him as like a neutral good.
Yeah, I would say neutral good for the most part.
Thomas Edison.
I thought you were just gonna say Thomas. Like,
No, not.
He's probably lawful evil.
Lawful evil for Thomas Edison.
Yeah.
Instant dislike.
Stephen Hawking.
Lawful good.
Lawful good. Yeah.
What a sweet boy.
He was dope.
I would say lawful neutral for Stephen Hawking.
I hate it when you do that voice. You have no idea how much I hate it when you do that.
I am beyond your intelligence. I am the smartest man alive, but I walked too far away from the wall, and my cable became unplugged.
No.
I love the jokes that came out when Stephen Hawking passed it. He lost Ethernet.
Wow.
Yeah, we're getting into territory of like we can laugh at people to death, but like I'm not discrediting the man. He was a very smart man. He knew plenty of well-known information.
More knowledge than any.
But he had a sweet
He'd done
set of
science.
views.
But you know, try to crack Ubuntu, and pew. No,
His
but,
Gen 2 install failed. Oh, we're getting dislikes from Gen 2 users now? Oh, those crazy bastards.
not
I love
connect
them
to
so
server.
much.
all those subscribers just went to 0.
I'll be right back.
Subscribe.
I could joke
All right,
about his-
who's next on the alignment list?
on the alignment list? Let's go with Galileo.
Chaotic, good.
Chaotic neutral.
Yeah, I'd say like something around chaotic, good, neutral.
Because he just wants to get his shit out there and just stir the world up.
Nikola Tesla.
Chaotic neutral.
Chaotic,
I
neutral.
would have said
He
chaotic. good.
talked to his pigeon and believed that he shot lasers from his eyeball.
That's a damn good point.
Hey, how
Okay,
do we know
we'll
the
go
man
back.
didn't though? That's the thing.
No, he thought the pigeon shot lasers out of his eyeball.
How do we know? Maybe the pigeon was like, maybe he built the pigeon and he
Maybe
created
he got
the
a
first laser.
cyborg pigeon. Yo.
Maybe the pigeon was a time traveler.
Oh god, is JoJo here? Can she draw like Nikola Tesla and his robo pigeon?
I have to draw what now?
Nikola Tesla, the
with
guy
his
that
robo
like, basically
that
invented
shoots lasers.
electricity. Like, or he like
His
discovered
robo
it.
pigeon that shoots lasers from the eyes.
He's the guy that invented all the components to go into a Tesla car.
And then Edison was like, mine. Yeah.
Basically.
Mine.
Wasn't Tesla one of the few people who first started experimenting with radio like a lot more than most other people did?
Probably, yeah. I get
Well, I know. Didn't he create DC wiring or DC?
Actually, I believe it was Edison that liked DC power, but Nikola Tesla's AC current was a lot more efficient at providing
That's
wireless
right. Yeah,
energy.
Edison was AC, not DC.
No,
AC,
Edison was
DC,
DC,
that's
not
funny.
AC.
Other way. And Tesla was AC. Edison.
God bless you.
DC Universe?
But yeah,
AC, DC. That's funny.
there were a lot of benefits to the AC current over DC current, while DC was safer. And then Edison, in order to prove how deadly that AC current was, then proceeded to electrocute animals in front of live audiences.
Okay, Logan Paul.
And this is why Edison is awful evil.
I saw a video.
Yeah.
So just recently, him and KSI had a boxing fight, which now they're gonna do again. He uploaded a video of like how to watch the fight, and you had to use your credit card to watch the fight like online. Like you had to pay for it. And he blurred out his credit card, and there was a comment that said he blurred out his credit card better than he blurred out the dead body.
Oh.
And it's one of my favorite comments ever because it was just so fucking perfect. Like, I watched back the dead body video. Like, he barely blurs that shit at all. Like, it's a really like bad blur. And like, I didn't realize at the time. Like, obviously,
Maybe now I got bad blood. I'm a bad.
we got copy
Just
strike.
remember, kids, do not go and commit. I'm not feeling too good.
Do not commit.
Don't
I'm not
commit
feeling
live
so
in.
good.
Nah.
I saw this meme where it was like, you know how like those mind memes like evolve, and I'll probably find it online. I'll find it online and I'll post it on screen.
Don't take all the oofs.
But it was like abortion, and it was like the small brain. Then it was like fetus deletus, and then it was like baby int. It's just like
Shoot the jizz and out you is.
Oh no! Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up. We reposted the meme of where is it? Is the Vsauce meme? Where is it?
Hey.
It's. I'll put it on screen. It's female ejaculant, pussy juice, cunt yogurt, and then Vsauce. It's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite like fucking dank memes we've ever had. You can find all of these dank memes in our Discord channel. Link down in
I
the
feel like
description.
that definitely got us demonetized.
That's longer than 4.
Oh, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if we get demonetized.
Go to
How
www.com/lemon.
many kids am I in my sex dungeon? 15.
Go to www.lemonparty.com
You're
for a
next.
great surprise.
We don't own that domain.
We do not.
You didn't tell me that when I said go to meatspin.com.
No, go to meatsman.com. Do it.
Yeah, and www.lemonparty.com.
Why glowing 1,000-degree scissors are better? These are so good.
Okay, guys, I think this has gotten to a point where we should just end it.
No, we're going strong. Let's keep going.
Are we?
We're going.
Let's not just read memes because that isn't a good YouTube channel.
We did it. We did it in the last one though.
That
And I
doesn't
put
mean
the-
that's a good idea.
I put it on screen though, so it's fine.
On screen.
Because like Neanderthals beat each other with rocks doesn't mean we should be doing it now. Come
I'm
on.
not beating anyone with rocks and reciting memes.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's good content.
It's an analogy,
You're
JJ.
an analogy.
I am algae. You just heard me going. That's an algae noise, right?
Maybe?
I don't know.
I don't think
Ryan,
algae
you wanted to
would-
talk about conspiracy theories, didn't you?
Oh boy. Yes.
So,
who do
Nate,
you which people do you think are the lizard people that control Mark Zuckerberg, the robot Mark Zuckerberg?
who controls the robot Mark Zuckerberg?
The
That's
Geico Gecko.
It's just the robot
The
Mark
Geico
Zuckerberg.
The Geico Gecko would make sense. He is the lizard
Oh my
people.
god. Wait a minute. Who's the CEO of Geico? Oh, I'm looking this up. CEO of Geico. Geico.
Geico.
Geico.
Geico. That's funny.
Geico.
Geico.
Tom, no, sorry, not Tom. Tony Nicely.
Don't.
Oh.
His name is Tony.
No, the last name is what I think is more interesting.
Nicely?
Nicely.
He's like, I'm nice, believe me.
Wait a minute. What? Oh, the thing on his page, it says Tony Nicely, 1992 dash, and it doesn't have an end date because he's still the CEO. I thought that was his birthday. I was like, what?
Oh, I was like, damn, he did not age well.
Yeah, because the dude looks old as hell.
Heck.
He's like fucking 19, 20, and he's like looking like he's fucking 90. My god.
Turns out, nope.
19 or 20 out of 1992.
Do you think Susan Wojcicki is like another robot?
Yes, she is.
So who controls the Susan Wojcicki robot?
The same one as the Zuckerberg robot.
Whoa.
Tony Nicely owns the world. Wake up, people.
Wait
a minute.
No.
Wake up, sheeple.
Sundar Pichai is the CEO of Google. He is the man in charge.
Sundar and Tony are working together.
Oh,
to destroy
see,
the
when I
old
look
house.
it up on Google, it says people also search for Mark Zuckerberg.
It'll make sense.
Okay.
Wake up, sheeple.
Okay, who's the CEO of Alphabet?
Of what?
The parent company of Google and YouTube. Alphabet.
Ooh, that's a fair point, yeah.
See, wait, Google is owned by another company?
Well, Google, to save themselves legally from liability of stuff that's
Larry
happening on
Page.
Larry.
It was Larry the Cucumber the whole time.
Wait,
I didn't realize that.
Oh no!
Oh, and then when you look up Larry Page, people also search for Bill Gates.
Think Jeff Bezos is. Jeff Bezos
And then
is up to something.
Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, they're all here.
Larry.
Tim Cook, top CEOs of the world. Susan Well, I can't pronounce her.
Wojcicki.
Wojcicki.
It shows Susan Wojcicki twice.
I know, it's showing that we've come full circle. Wake up, sheeple.
They're all lizard people. And Zuck, he is their creation.
No, those
He's
were
the
just
prototype.
because
He's the
she showed up
prototype.
like shortly after, and like instilled her robot reign over YouTube.
Wait a minute. When did she take on role of CEO of YouTube?
I want to say 2000. Was it 2017 or 16?
14.
14.
Whoa.
And when did
I guess
Mark
it's gonna be
start
2006.
Facebook?
Like
2014.
2007.
Mark,
Did you just say that Facebook was started in 2014?
No, I said not.
Oh.
Wait,
Dummy.
he started Facebook. ...2004. 10 years
10
prior
years.
to Susan being the YouTube CEO.
Zuckerberg created.
He was the
Susan.
prototype.
No, yeah, Zuckerberg was the prototype robot. And they
Created by
released the
Bill
better
Gates and
model
Steve
10 years
Jobs.
Later on another platform.
Why else would Bill Gates and Steve Jobs need to sell their products if there's nothing on the products?
But you see, Bill Gates is like the good guy, and Steve Jobs is like the bad guy.
It's like Mega Man,
currently
like
owns
Dr. Wily
Microsoft.
and Dr. whoever the other one was, like making robots for
Joe,
good
I
people.
can't watch this right now.
It's for later.
Can we talk about... Alright.
What's
Can we
the
talk
word?
about these YouTube videos that I've been seeing, like, pop up?
How to cast an obsidian sword.
No!
I don't give two shits to see that. Why does it
I
recommend me
actually
that?
watched that video all the way through.
It's
I'll
a
have
it's a
you
good
know.
video, actually. It's really interesting. And
Yeah.
but
Well, you guys clicked on it, you're rewarding the YouTube algorithm.
But I
let's
like
also not forget
sword, Derek.
Jeff Bezos,
I
CEO
was trying
of
to bring it to
Amazon.
him.
He's been there since 1996.
Since the start of
So
Amazon.
he was the original. He created Mark Zuckerberg as the successor, who then decided to form.
No, see, they're all
Susan
working in
Wojcicki.
tangent with each other, pretending to be competitors, but in reality, they're all working.
Oh, absolutely. That's why Jeff Bezos made Zuckerberg as an
Oh, are you
assistant.
sure that Jeff Bezos isn't just another lizard person, but who's controlling all of the lizard people and their robot lackeys?
Wait a minute. Larry Page is a co-founder of Google with Sergey Brin. This man is still alive.
I mean, what I find interesting, right? is I would say it makes
Citizenship.
a-
United States, Soviet Union, 1973 to 1979.
Wait, what?
The co-founder
I think you
of
slipped some
Google.
words.
The co-founder of Google
Was
is a
a
Soviet.
comrade.
Dun dun dun.
Putin.
See,
Putin's
yeah,
in control of the
all-
entire internet.
All,
Oh my-
all the lizard people came out of the ground in Russia.
Oh my
Explains
god, it all
everything.
makes sense now. We've cracked it. We've gotten to the bottom of it all.
We done it.
Vladimir
Prepare for
Putin
the
controls the
Tomahawk
internet.
missiles to strike soon.
All right, we should probably end it there now.
No, we're gonna keep going.
No, there's nowhere we could go from there. We cracked the
No,
code.
no.
Wait
There's
a
like
minute.
no content.
And here's the thing. What was his name? The guy that
Michael
co-owns
Stevens.
YouTube with Larry Page. Sergey. He lives in Los Altos, California. What does Los Altos translate to in Spanish? The tall ones. Lizard folk are taller than the average human.
Are you sure about that? Wait, does that
Yes.
actually do that in the book?
Is it actually what?
Is it confirmed that lizard folk are in fact taller than the average human?
Are lizard folk
I gotta confirm this now.
taller than humans?
Wrong button
welcome
again.
In D&D, lizard folk are often between 6 and 7 feet tall.
Oh my god.
It's been confirmed.
We did it.
You cracked the code.
They're all
This is true.
lizards.
No, wait.
More than humans. How tall is Zuck? And Susan.
5'7".
Sergey Brin lives in Los Altos, California, which, like I said, translates to the tall ones. Lizard folk, welcome back, Lucky, are often taller than humans. Now, he co-founded it with Larry Page, who lives
In
in Palo Alto, California. What is Palo Alto?
How far do we plan to go down?
It means the same thing. Okay. Alright. That wasn't very fun. Whatever. We still have the tall ones as the same city that Sergey lives in.
When I look up Paulo, it gives me stick. Stick people. Maybe he's made of wood.
Or maybe he lives in trees, where lizard folk are commonly
Like a
found.
lizard.
Yes. Now, he is so Larry Page is the CEO of Alphabet. And Sergey Brin is the president of Alphabet Inc. His spouse, as of 2007 to 2015, is Anne
Wojcicki.
Whose sister is Susan Wojcicki, whatever her name is. I can't
They're all
pronounce.
related.
They're all related. Guys,
We got him.
We really did it.
we got him.
Woo!
The entire FBI goes to jail.
And with that,
I
we're
think
gonna go.
we have just solved the case of Mark.
And now we should probably put podcast.
Yeah, we should go to bed.
I want to say thank you to our special guest, Ryan,
I didn't do
for
anything.
joining us on this episode of the Dysfunctional Podcast.
All I did was make fun of Erik.
That's what every guest is most likely going to do. Thank you for being on this podcast, and thank you all for contributing, being on this podcast.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you, Lucky. You said the most. I think JoJo actually said more than you.
Ooh.
Wow.
Hey,
Probably
man.
did.
I
Damn.
had to take out the trash.
All right.
Most
I
importantly,
don't walk
thank
a dog,
you
but that
for
keeps me
watching.
from participating.
And yes, thank you, the viewer, for watching and listening in to the Dysfunctional Podcast. We
If
will
you somehow
see
made
you.
it all the way here, like, you're a saint.
You get a cookie.
Yeah, you saved for
Jay, put a
an
cookie
hour
on the
and
screen
30
now.
minutes. It's pretty cool.
Jay, you gotta put a cookie on
I
the screen.
can't hear you because Eric's keyboard is so loud.
Don't worry, I'll type over.
You know, say before we started recording that you know.
I muted Eric. It's fine. What did you say now, Evan?
But you should put a cookie on the podcast for everyone.
No typing, Eric, on the podcast because your keyboard is so noisy. But does that stop him?
Oh no. It will never stop. But yeah.
Okay. So, I want to say thank you for tuning in to the Dysfunctional Podcast, Episode 2. Thank you, Ryan, for being an amazing guest.
You're welcome.
And we will see you in the next episode.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.